Summer officially beginning tomorrow. Paul Nelson has an update on the fishing conditions around the area in this week's tip.
Summer is finally here in the Bemidji area. The water temperatures on the lake are slowly approaching 70 degrees, and we're at the point in the season now where the summer fishing patterns are going to start to kick in on the lakes. The weed beds are still real behind this year. It's the second half of June, and the reeds are just barely starting to poke their heads above the water. The cabbage weeds aren't all the way to the surface yet, so we're still at least a couple weeks behind, at least as far as the weed growth goes. The shiner minnows are almost done spawning on the shoreline, which is going to mean that those walleyes are going to start to move off the shoreline and head towards mid-lake structure and look for other good feeding opportunities. The bass, sunfish, and crappies are either finishing spawning in the shallows right now or they're already done. So basically the springtime stuff is nearing an end and we're moving into the summer part of the season. Anglers fishing for walleyes are also going to start switching presentations now. Instead of that jig and minnow bite, we're going to start using faster, more aggressive presentations. Going to switch over to live bait rigs with night crawlers or leeches or even larger minnows. A lot of times those shiners pull off as the weeds get thicker and you're working jigs and minnows through the weeds. So a lot of anglers will switch to a jig and plastic so that you can tear those through the weeds, fish them a little faster, a little more aggressively. And also by the time we hit the summer, bottom bouncers and spinners with either night crawlers or leeches are going to be the presentation of choice for most anglers over the summer patterns. So right now we're getting to the point again where spring is coming to an end, summer is finally here, the walleyes are spreading out in the lakes, the weed beds are starting to develop, reeds are poking their heads above the surface, and summer is finally here for 2013. This has been the Fishing Tip of the Week, and I'm Paul Nelson from the Bemidji Area Lakes Guide Service.
And we'll get something up on Facebook here pretty shortly. Paul's going to take some questions from viewers, so if you have anything that you want to ask Paul, any tips for his, you can ask, so I'll get that up on Facebook.
If you've enjoyed this segment of Lakeland News, please consider making a tax-deductible contribution to Lakeland Public Television.